back to another healthy keto eating show. Back to show you another way to have an interesting keto meal. I'm actually having a Philly steak and cheese on bread, all keto. And check out my new keto shirt, Keto Army. Me and my bestie Monica both have a Keto Army shirt, and we need our Keto Army behind us always. Remember that. We need all our keto peeps to be working with us and backing us and helping our channels to grow and getting the word out. It's important because keto is changing the world. And we got to get a voice out there before all these doctors or, nutritionists or people pay people off to shut our mouths. We need to get out there. So let's be a keto army together. I love this shirt. It's done in the black with the keto logo done in the army. I love that. And Monica's, you guys would have seen in a video I did. Hers is the army color and hers is white, the writing. I love it. I got mine off of Amazon, and hers, I think her brother or a friend, I was going to say brother-in-law, a friend of hers, friend of the family found it for her, I believe at a Goodwill. So, but yeah, you can order these online. I absolutely love it. Keto Army. I am definitely a Keto Army. I'm a keto lover. My passion for keto is huge, and I just all the time am getting better and better with my health. In fact, I went in to see my doctor yesterday just for an annual visit to talk, and she took me off another medication. That's right, you guys. I have been on keto for almost 4 years. Prior to that, 21 years ago, I developed a heart condition called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I was on 18 to 20 different medications. Right now, as of today, I am down to, I was telling everybody 2. I was actually on 3. I forgot one of them was another med. But I'm down to just 2 right now. 2 medications for my heart, and the dose had to be lowered as well. So I'm just amazed that keto was what did it. I've lost weight throughout my life. I have done many forms of dieting. One time I lost over 100 and some pounds and still couldn't get away from any of those medications. But now here I sit on keto almost 4 years later, and within the first just like 4 months, I got off the meds. I started getting off meds, and every month, a few months that would go by, I would get off more and more. And in November, it'll be 4 years. I lost all of my weight in the first 16 months. I got went from 280s down to 139, and I maintained there for almost 2 years. And then now just recently started doing a few things like 1 meal a day, egg fasting, and then now I'm doing the alternate day fasting, and the weight's just flying off because I decided I'd like to see myself in the 120s, put myself at between a 22 and a 23 BMI. So that being said, I just want to lose a little bit more, so I'm working hard to get there. Loving the alternate day fasting. Talked to my keto doctor about that yesterday. She's so proud of me. She said fasting is so amazingly great for your body, especially when you go 40 hours. Hitting autophagy is so good for you, she said. She said she's so proud of me. She said, you look amazing, Angel. She goes, every time I see you, you look different. She goes, you never look the same. I'm just blown away how far you have come in life, and I'm proud of you. And she said, got to talk to you about something. We went over some of your blood work. We need to take another medication away. Yay, yay, super excited. And I know it won't be long and those other meds are going to be gone too. The ones that I'm on are for the heart. So the heart doctor just said, I just want you on a very low dose of those just to make sure nothing ever happens to the heart. It ever turns around. But the way my heart's going, I believe I'm going to be off of those too. It's just amazing what keto can do. And it also cured my high cholesterol levels. My pre-diabetic is all cured. Blood pressure levels are perfect. In fact, they're so low. That's why she had to take another med away. And just everything, my blood work, everything is just perfect, you guys, perfect. It's just amazing. I love keto, and I want to get it out there to tell you guys that there are many forms of life to do, but the one that's going to change you is going to be keto. However you do it, however, if you follow me or somebody else, just do it. Just do keto and change your life forever. There are so many forms. In fact, I can't wait to tell you guys this. Have you ever watched The Biggest Loser? Well, guess what? The Biggest Loser is coming back, but they're coming back keto. Keto, guys. Keto. Keto is so big right now, and it is so, it's just everywhere. Everybody's doing keto. So if The Biggest Loser is coming back and they're switching it over to ketogenic, This is going to be amazing, you guys. I just cannot believe it. I can't wait to watch this show and see everybody doing keto. They are going to see a weight loss, but the greatest thing about it is they're never going to see their weight come back on if they continue that as a lifestyle. I was able to maintain my weight for almost 2 years, eating 2,000 to 2,200 calories a day at such a small frame. I'm 5'4" and weighed 139. So it's just amazing, you guys. Amazing. Keto is changing the world. And I want to get out there, and all of my keto peeps, all of you keto lovers out there, all you keto people, continue to spread the word and get it out. However you do it, however you were taught, I don't care. Just get it out there. We all have different forms. We all have the passion for it. We all were taught differently. I was taught by 4 professionals, my keto doctor, 2 nutritionists that are keto experts, and my brother who does it as a job. So I was taught professionally. So when I bring it to you, I'm bringing everything professionally that you can look up for yourself and find out that I'm bringing it to you professionally. But I don't care. No shade to anybody. Just however you do it, do it. Some people do super high fat. Some people like me know to do the lower fat and use your body fat as your high fat if you're doing it for weight loss. Once you get to maintenance, then you're going to eat fats, but you're going to eat good, healthy fats. Try to stay away from processed foods and stuff. Every once in a while is okay, but you're going to, then eat things like nuts, avocado, eggs, red meat. You'll be able to have the butter, the mayonnaise, the olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, MCT oil. I mean, it's just amazing how you get to eat. I mean, this meal in itself, look at this. I got to show you a picture of this, you guys. Look at the steak, the melted mozzarella, the peppers, the onions, done on my 90-second bread. I'm excited to eat this. I have done Philly steak and cheese quite a few different ways for you guys. I've done it over noodles. I've done it just eating it just plain, but now I'm going to do it on a bun. And I did it 3 layers. I did it in one of those big cups. I did 2 servings of it. So it was in a big cup. So I can make it almost like a Big Mac type, burger where it's got the 3 buns. That's how I did it. You'll see the slideshow at the end, how to make it, and of course my voiceover, how to make it. Super easy. I've only got 2 onion rings, just rings, of an onion sliced, of the yellow onion, just 2 rings on mine, and 2 rings of peppers on mine. And then of course 2 servings of the almond bread to make it nice and tall like that. And then I've got the pack of steak I used was just under a pound, and I split it between me and my husband. So I have about a little under a half a pound of meat here. It was thinly cut steaks. It was ribeye. So yeah, yummy. A little bit more expensive. Of course, it was around $9, but you get to feed 2 people for that. And I don't always show expensive meals, but I show quick, easy meals all the time. So that's great. But the carb count on here would be, I always forget the almond bread itself. Let me really quick just peek here. I just want to look at my recipe here. I don't want to get this one wrong. I want to tell you guys exactly what it is for the almond bread. I always forget because of I do net. So it is 1 for, okay. So it's going to be 2 carbs for my bread there. 2 carbs for that. The onions and the peppers really is only going to be maybe another carb, but let's say 2 just to play it safe, because I always go up because I'm a net carb person, which means I deduct the dietary fiber, on things so that I get a lower amount. Some people do total carb, which is great too. I do net carb, but let's just say we're going to say it's 4 here, and then the meat's nothing, mozzarella cheese. I did a 1/3 cup, so we're just going to call this 5 carbs. 5 carbs, you guys, for this great big giant delicious Philly steak and cheese sandwich. Ooh, and I can't wait to bust into this. I am just living life large, you guys. I am loving the alternate day fasting. I am loving, because on the days I eat, then I go 40 hours no food, and then I eat for 8 hours, and I maintenance eat at usually 2,200 is what I do. I have been walking, exercising. The days that I eat, I do resistant. The days that I do my fasting, I do cardio. So that's what I'm doing just to, tighten and mend even more. I mean, I got a little loose skin on the arms, not a lot, because I have done keto my whole life. I mean, this whole time, 4 years, and doing the alternate day fasting, regular fasting, 16-hour intermittent fasting. All of that will help heal and mend the skin. So the skin isn't bad. I've showed you guys my arms before. I don't have a lot on my arms, little bit on the lower belly, a little bit on the inner thighs, a little bit on the booty, but nothing alarming or anything that even scares me. But hey, doesn't hurt to tighten it up a little bit, and it doesn't hurt to add more exercise into your life. I did the whole thing without exercise. Now I want to add exercise to strengthen that heart even more and get that heart even stronger. And then maybe I can even eliminate those other 2 meds, and then I'll just be on fish oil and my multivitamin I take every day, my 1 a day, and my fish oil, my omega-3. that I take. And then, of course, I do take Claritin for allergies. I do have allergies. So, but other than that, that's all I'll be on. Those are okay. Those are over-the-counter meds. But I'm just excited. I was so happy when I left yesterday after seeing the doctor, and she just told me, Angel, you just keep getting healthier. I don't know how you do it, but you just keep getting healthier and continue to do what you're doing. And ketogenic is changing the world. And I'm glad that she's on board with it, because a lot of doctors, you know, there's being money loss from doctors, because not many people are seeing doctors as much anymore because you don't get as sick. Of course, your immune system gets higher because your white blood count is better, and it does help you to have all of, you know, to keep you healthy. That's what keeps you healthy. The drug industry is losing money because we're getting off all our meds. I was on 18 to 20 meds. I'm down to 2, you guys, 2. So drug industry is losing money, and I know many that are getting off medications, and also food industry is losing money because we're not eating all the junk food anymore. We're eating the good, healthy foods. We're not eating the breads, the rice, the pasta, the cookies, the candy, all of that, so they are losing money. But you know what? We got to get our voice out there before, you know, we do get knocked off these channels or something happens. Then I'm going to walk the streets like Gandhi, and I'm going to still promote keto to everybody because I love it. My passion is so big for keto. And I love all of you guys that follow me. Thank you for all your kind words. If I don't get back to all of you guys right away when you write, you know, messages to me in my box, I will get back. I'm just a busy person. I mean, I load 7 days a week, and I am a wife and a mother, and I just got a lot going on. So, but I always do try to go through one, you know, I'll pick a day and I'll go through and start answering everybody back. If you do send me a message and it was pretty important, I'm sorry about that. Maybe you could email me. Remember, when you send me an email for help, I link my email down in my box. If you need help getting started on keto or understanding it or macros or anything, I would love to help you. If you don't hear from me within 3 days, email me again. I might not have gotten it. But other than that, I usually get back to everybody, or I even get back just to say, give me a moment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I love keto. Keto Army. Let's all be a keto army and help America. No, help the world get healthy. Now, let's eat. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. 5 net carbs for this delicious 3-stack steak, Philly steak and cheese. Yum. I'm just doing ice water today. I've already had pop today and so a few things. So on my feasting day, that's what we call it, feasting. This is my feasting day. I'm going to be feasting. That's why I've made this so big here. I'm losing all my stuffing here. Let me show you this picture, you guys. Oh my God. Yum. Yum. Now, I didn't, in the slideshow, show the almond bread recipe. It's in almost every one of my videos that I did any bread. So you can just go in there. It's so easy to make it. It's just, I doubled this recipe, but the recipe is just, what is it? A 4th cup of almond flour, 1 egg, a tablespoon of butter, and a half teaspoon of baking powder. So I just doubled it right here. Really easy. You mix it, pop in the microwave for 90 seconds. When you're doing a double like this, it's going to be 1 minute 80 seconds. So that's about it. I did add some pink salt and pepper to the recipe in the bread just to make it better too, and pink salt and pepper on the steak and the peppers and onions. I just cooked up the steak really quick and then threw in the onions and peppers and a little tiny bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon or 2, just drizzled it across real quick of the olive oil just to give it a little bit in that pan with the steak then, and cooked it a little bit longer just to soften the veggies, and put it together and added the cheese. Yum, yum, yum. Now I'm starting to learn that there is a thing, I didn't know because I don't have it, a thing called nightshades. It's where you can't do peppers and certain things like that, like all hot peppers and any kind of peppers and things like that. You can't have it because it causes inflammation. I guess the only thing you can have is pepper, but you can't do like tomatoes and things like that. Obviously on here, I apologize, you guys wouldn't be able to have the peppers, but I imagine you can have the onions. So the onions and the melted cheese, you could still have this. I've never had a problem through my whole journey, though. I don't have the nightshades. But if you are one that does, I know you do, obviously you're not going to have the peppers. If you don't know you have it, but you're noticing when you eat peppers that you're bloating up, could be the fact that you are a person that can't eat nightshades, which is peppers, any form of peppers, tomatoes, things like that, tomato paste, tomato sauces, stuff like that will cause you to retain fluid. So, or inflammation. So just be careful with that. I was just looking at the time because I stopped eating on my eating days, on my feasting days. I stop eating at 8 o'clock, and then I don't eat again until, like, I'll go through tonight. Today, right now I'm making this video. You're not going to get it till Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which day you're going to get it. But today is Wednesday, so I will eat today, and I will stop at 8 o'clock, and I won't eat again until Friday at noon. That's where it gives me the 40 hours. I didn't even talk to my doctor about the fasting until I seen her. And I just thought, I just have a quick question I want to ask you. Is fasting good? Is it safe to do? Even as low in weight as I am, to do a long fasting that I alternate day fast every day. Been doing it for a few weeks, and she said, excellent. She wishes everybody would fast that many hours and get into autophagy, because she said it's amazing for you. It'll never hurt you. It'll only cure and mend tons of things. I love that I have an honest doctor. So instead of just saying, no, you can't do that. That was a big bite. But yeah, she's totally on board with the fasting. And, when I talked to her about the restrictions, like how I would restrict at the end, well, I didn't really have to talk to her about that because my nutritionist already told me about the restriction. You can't ever restrict yourself when you're doing keto. It's the only form of life that you can't restrict yourself, because your body will pick up and eat what it needs and get what it needs when you're in a state of ketosis. It's going to eat off its own body fat and everything. It's not like any other way of life. You will get very unhealthy, very sick if you try to restrict calories and stuff when you're eating carbs and things like that, when you actually are a carb person, or doing like the Weight Watchers, Richard Simmons, all of that. Restricting carbs like that, but you're still, eating way more carbs than we eat. Yes, you can get very ill and very sick, but when you're doing ketosis, it's the only one that I was taught, and I haven't had any problems, no hospitalization, no nothing. I've been doing it for a long time. You can't. If you have body fat on you and you are not underweight or anything like that, you won't have any problems restricting calories, because the bodies will pick up and give you what you need in place of it. So you will definitely get what you need doing, if your body's, you have to be in a state of ketosis though. Make sure that you know that you are in a state of ketosis before restricting calories. Otherwise, yeah, it can be dangerous, but when in ketosis, it's not, as long as you're in keto. And not just, buy those ketone strips, make sure you're in keto. You'll know. A lot of people that's been doing it for a while know when they're in keto. But yeah, you can't harm yourself, because your body's going to get what it needs when you're in a state of ketosis. It's going to feed its own fat. Look at this. Seriously. Tell me that you couldn't make this and serve it to your husband or your kids, and they're not going to eat it. They're going to look at it and say, oh, that looks gross. The only thing difference is I'm using an almond bread instead of regular bread. But when all these flavors are together like this, you can't tell. It's bread. And there's many forms of bread you can do keto that you can make. This one is just my favorite because it's so quick and easy to make. But there are other recipes that call for a lot more, and you can bake an actual loaf of bread, slice it. There's cloud bread. I've done that before. Oh my gosh, it's so good and so filling. I'm getting full. But remember, I'm doing alternate day fasting, so I can eat the steak. I can eat the olive oil that I used. I can eat, well, the cheese isn't real bad because it's mozzarella. Now, if you were to do this and you wanted to lower fat, if you were doing more than 1 meal a day, you're doing 2 meals a day, and you want to keep the fat low, what I would suggest that you do is make yourself a Philly steak and cheese, but do it with chicken. Do thinly, slices of chicken, and then use water to cook up your veggies over the chicken like that, so you're saving on fat with the oil. Then the rest would be fine. Even your almond bread isn't high in fat, even though you're using a tablespoon of butter. That would be really the only highest part of the fat on it, but you could use chicken. But if you're having a dirty keto day or just a day, hey, I'm going to go pretty low today, I'll keep everything low and just make just this for dinner and keep that a little higher, you'll be all right then. I can't believe how good this is. It's so yummy. And to be sitting here eating a Philly steak and cheese sandwich, never dreamed of that when I first started keto. When you hear no bread, no rice, no pasta, I'm thinking, I never imagined I'd be sitting here eating bread, even though it's keto bread. The steak was nice and thin too. You'll see the sorry, I was eating. You'll see the slideshow, so you could see how thin they were. They're almost as thin as those steakums you can buy. I just don't recommend the steakums because they're much more high in fat, much greasier. These didn't even leave any grease behind. In fact, there was no grease left behind this. So I had to add in a little bit of olive oil, where you could add the water if you're doing chicken, or even do the steak and add water. Because there was no grease in the pan at all, and it was a steak. There was hardly no fat on it or nothing. So I'll throw it in the slideshow and tell you what it was for the amount of fat in it. I'll let you know that in the slideshow, because there was nothing in that pan when I was cooking it, like nothing. So I almost could have added a little bit of oil and cooked them, but yeah, there was no fat on the steak. Yeah, you cook those steakums and you have a whole pan of grease. You can have those steakums on this one. It's just, they're very high in fat, so just make sure it's more of a maintenance eating for you. I just like to do real fresh meats. That's what I like to do. I'm not going to be able to do it, guys. I'm not going to be able to finish this. There's only like 2 or 3 bites there, but ooh, I am full. See, look at. There's still about a good 2 to 3 bites there. So I'm going to stop right there because, whoa, I'm full. Oh my gosh, you guys. Love my Keto Army shirt. Love it. I'm going to get myself, right now I just have it on with black leggings, but I want to get myself a pair of camel leggings to go with it. Camel hat, that would look really cute. I hate things caught between my teeth. So delicious, you guys. Another idea for a keto meal. Maybe other people have come up with this idea. Maybe you haven't yet, using the almond bread. But this was so yummy, you guys. And I did it, like I said, in that 3-layer. You could just do one of the recipe for the almond bread and just cut that in half and just have one. I had 3 pieces of bread. That's why it was so big. It's just that I made my husband, when I had gotten a Big Mac from McDonald's yesterday, and I never get the mac sauce either. You can't have the mac sauce. So I get mayonnaise in place of the mac sauce. But of course they had the bun there and everything. I just leave the bun on and I scrape everything off. I save the bun for my husband. And so I made his with the triple, and I thought, I want mine triple too. So that's why I made my almond flour 2 of the recipes, so I could have it 3 ways too. So I could have almost like a Big Mac stack like his was. So, but we don't want to talk about that he eats the bun. He's naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do. I hope you guys will definitely try this out. It was delicious. Again, if you are in weight loss and you're doing 16-hour fasting, or you're eating 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day, and you need to lower that fat, then you would use chicken in place of it, thinly cut chicken, and do the peppers and onions. It would be very good. I've seen a Philly done with chicken Philly steak and cheese. I've seen that done too, so definitely you could try it with the chicken, or you could do this one. It was, like I said, the fat on it was really low. I know it was because there was no grease in the pan at all. So just be careful with that. Just don't add the extra oil that I did in the pan. Just add some water in there. That's all you have to do to keep it lower. But, or this could be a dirty keto day for you guys, but it was very delicious, and I hope you guys will definitely try it out. If you're in maintenance, enjoy it. If you're doing 40-hour fasting like I am, alternate day, enjoy this. You'll love it. So, but if you are new to my channel, hit that red subscribe button, please. And then please share around my channel. Help it to grow so I can help many people get healthy and get my voice out there before we won't be able to do this anymore, before we'll get taken down. Our voice will be taken away. And please hit the notification bell so you're notified of all my videos so you don't miss these. I mean, you don't want to miss these great videos. And also shoot me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this mukbang, this healthy keto meal. Sorry, I hate to say mukbang. This healthy keto meal. And yeah, it was delicious. There will be a slideshow, and I'll have the voiceover how to make it super easy. You guys will love it. I always make my meals super easy, fast. Maybe not always cheap. A few times a little bit more expensive, but most of the time it's even cheap. And I'm going to have that cookbook coming out pretty soon, I hope, as long as I get a publisher. So I love you guys. Everybody take care. God bless. And I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload. And get your word of mouth out there. Snapchat, word of mouth, Facebook, what's the other one? Facebook, Snapchat, boy, I had a brain fart just now because I'm not on any of those ones. I'm just on Facebook. However you can get it out there. Any social media, get it out there. Word of mouth, get it out there. Let them know about my channel, and also get your voice out there too and let them know about keto if you're doing it. Help everybody get healthy. We need to do this together as a team, as a Keto Army. Everybody take care. I love you guys. And always remember to keep it keto. This is going to be around 2 servings. It was around a pound of ribeye thin cut steak, 2/4 cups of mozzarella cheese, a small green pepper, an onion, pink salt, and pepper. Now get out a skillet and start to cook up your meat, adding pink salt and a little bit of pepper. Cover it and let it cook. While this is cooking, you will cut up your veggies. You just need a little bit of onion, a little bit of green pepper for 2 sandwiches. Once the meat is cooked, add a tablespoon of olive oil, your veggies, cover and let the veggies cook down. Here is my almond bread. I do have a recipe for this. Just look in my playlist. And then you're going to set up 2 sandwiches. You're going to need half the meat and then half the servings of the veggies, just a few onion, a few pepper, and a 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese. And then you're going to nuke it in the microwave to melt each sandwich. After I melted it, I cut it open to show you. It would be 5 net carbs per sandwich, and this was so delicious. Definitely give it a try.